Hey y'all, I'm just throwing a quick video up. I'm headed out to a business brunch and I wanted to just tap in because when something fresh on my mind, I'm like, Lethra, get it in. I'm actually like, should be walking out the door right now, but I was like, do the video. All right, so I was watching this video. Y'all know I love TikTok, and I was watching the kid. I keep calling him the kid, but the young man. I think it's something Trey hates or whatever, but he's the one that talks to black women, especially young black women, about their hair. And his mindset and how he feels is the fact that because black women wear hair extensions and then they're blonde, and we wear straight hair, that we don't really love ourselves. And of course he gets the business. So I was actually on this live, and he had women come up and speak, and I started to get up and speak, and I was like, you know what, nah, don't speak, just watch and listen and take in. Eventually I'm going to go on there and speak. But I was in the comments though, and people was coming for me because a lot of stuff he was saying was very, very true about hair, losing our hair. And y'all know I'm big on that. And so the girls were coming up. They didn't really have an argument because, sorry guys, what they were coming up with was like just stupidity, really, because they didn't have any knowledge on their hair. And where I understood where he was coming from, where he felt like, we don't really love ourselves and things like that. I think women across the board, black, white, whatever, have a problem with certain aesthetics of ours. I mean, I wish I had a size 0 waistline. You know what I mean? I don't have really much that I don't wish for, that I wish I had a difference in. So that's a really, really good thing, I think. But I'm older now, but when I was younger, you go through those different things. However, I will point out that there are a lot of things that women hate about themselves when it comes to the aesthetics, especially black women. And the key thing is that a lot of us, the things that we hate, other race of people, they want what you have and you hate it. I remember, really quick story, I remember being like 15, 16, and Janet Jackson was a big deal. She was doing Pleasure Principle, and she had a body. She wasn't she was petite, but she was thicky, a little thick, and she had the backside. And she hated, when she got older, she was telling how she hated being thick like that. She had a gorgeous body, still does to me, but she hated that she had a big butt. I was like, and here today, we have women, black, white, whatever, that are trying to get a butt. But in that time, she said that was the one thing she just did not like. So that's why she was always trying to lose the weight, because she hated that she had this butt. Now everybody was like, the men was loving it. And not to mention the fact that she's still drop dead gorgeous. So yes, a lot of us, when it comes to black women, there are things about us that we hate. I hate the fact that I hated for a long time that I had a large chest. But guess what? I stopped saying that because I don't want breast cancer. So I'm like, Lord, thank you for everything that you gave me. You know what I mean? I don't have no back problems. I don't have any of those issues, Lord. So I'm different because you get older. It's like, oh my gosh, people pay attention to that certain thing that they're attracted to. And that's just life, right? And so I wanted to say, yes, a lot of black women hate their aesthetics. And the thing is, this is going to be the series for this week. So I'm going to talk real quick. Let me see where we at. I had to open it up. I always do that, y'all. But anyway, we were taught our features was a problem. Your hair was too long. If your hair was too long, then that meant, like, you know what I mean? You was mixed with something. You weren't really all black. You know what I mean? Or when my little girl, when she was in school, her hair was to her butt. And I would have white women come and ask me, oh, what kind of, oh my God, I love it when you do her hair extension. I'm like, that's her hair, right? I would let it be curly, or I would press it out. Or when we would be in the mall or something like that, black women would come up and say, or young girls and say, that's weave in her hair? No, baby, that's her hair. So we even reject people, anything that's different. That's just people in general. If they don't understand it, they tend to put a negative connotation on something that they don't really understand, right? So your hair could be too long. You don't want long hair. You want short hair. That was me too, because I had long hair growing up as a kid. But then as soon as my mom let me cut my hair, Salt and Pepper came out with the stacks, I cut my hair. So we want that. Skin too dark, skin uneven, and that's something I really am getting into, especially hair care and skin care, especially. You guys know about me dealing with rejection as a kid, being rejected for having dark skin. That's part of some of the reasons why I came into the beauty industry, because I wanted to be that dark skinned woman that made an impact and take off that whole negative thing about whatever color shade you were. Because then I knew for people that hated being so light skinned. And I'm like, what? So here I am, struggling with not thinking I'm pretty enough or whatnot to be dark skinned. And I had friends that were light skinned, absolutely stunning, no flaws, and they struggled with being too light. So we struggle in those areas as well. I'm just setting up the basics of everything, guys, because I'm really going to try to head out. But I was like, let me do a quick video. Our lips are too big. Y'all, listen. If I could have the big lips, look at that lipstick. See that? When you got them little lips, everything happened. I'm grateful for my lips now. I'm not going to lie. I'm grateful for my lips because they fit my frame. But y'all, for those of y'all that got them thick, pretty lips, oh my God. And when y'all put the lipstick on with the pencil, oh my God. How can you not want thick lips? But growing up, we didn't know that lips was the thing. And guess what? They paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to either get lips like yours, or they keep pumping stuff up. They even have lipstick to pump up to get your lips. Like, oh my gosh. That's the one thing. Now, I ain't gonna lie about that. Now, I do struggle. Now, I do want some thick lips. So people are paying to have your lips, but you struggle with your lips. Especially when we were younger. And when you were younger, they're like, oh, big lips. What? I forgot what they used to call them. But you had them big lips. Now, honey, I bet you like, look at me now. Look at me now. All right. Bodies are wrong unless altered. Now, this is a big one. I've seen the young lady. She says she loves plastic surgery. Young girl, very beautiful. I think her name is Summer Walker. And I was like, man, she's a pretty girl already. But we just so perfectionist when it comes to aesthetics. And that comes from our history, which I'll get into in the next video. But we really, really struggle with our aesthetics. It's not good enough. It's never good enough. When are we going to be able to, as Black women, understand that we are the most sought after, stunning, beautiful women of all shades of color? When will it come a time that we understand our natural beauty is really our power? When we start accepting ourselves and taking care of ourselves, not looking for a man to take care of us, that will come. The good things that we want in life happen when we start with ourselves. You can't ask other people to love you or to accept you if you don't do that for yourself. All right? So this is part of the shift that should be happening in your life if you want better. We're going into 2026. If you want better in your life, the first thing I could tell anybody, and I'm telling you this because of the things that I have been through in my past, you have to start with yourself. You have to start taking care of yourself, your aesthetics, especially what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Some women are going through breast cancer and have to get them removed, right? Some people are going through colon cancer. Some people are going through skin cancer. And it's not just white people, as y'all think. Black people go through skin cancer. We're going through things. And it is up to us. If you don't have those type of issues, you should be waking up every morning thanking God for the body that you have in the temple. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't take care of it. And I'm not saying to any woman that has had popped out kids or just want to look better and want to do a little surgery. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what you want to do. But all I'm telling you is that a lot of the things that you may have a problem with your aesthetics, others want it. Just keep that in mind, honey. All right? Pump yourself up. Take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody. We'll compliment other people before we compliment ourselves. Compliment yourself. Pat yourself on the back for the journey that you've been on and how you made it this far. Start thinking about all the things that God has taken you through and got you to this point. We got to start taking care of ourselves first, and then all the good things that you want, they start happening. Not saying that bad things don't happen to good people. It still will. It's called life. However, the things that you want to attract, the life that you want, it starts within you. I pray this video helps you. I got to go, y'all. Love y'all. See you next video.